Alrighty. Where is it? All right, we're good.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, the Georgia Picker. How is everybody doing today, this week? So, yeah, let's go ahead and get to work. All right, guys.
Little B Money, what's good? This is TSM Winter. Oh, it's good, man. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Haven't done a live stream in a hot minute. Everybody, welcome. How have I been? I've been good. I've been really good. I been working hard. I don't know, just grinding, man. Life is weird right now for me. Life is extremely weird. Life is like, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm in a spot in my life where I don't know what to do next, you know? That's the beauty about life though, man. You never know what it's gonna bring. But I've been good though. I've been very good, very blessed, all that good stuff. But I'm just saying, I'm in a weird place right now. I'm in a weird place, not in a bad place, but just a weird place. And I don't know why. Just definitely weird. But yeah, we're just gonna be talking about reselling, some tips and tricks, any questions that need to be asked, talking about life. Matter of fact, hold on. Yo, Amp Revamp, what's going on? Hello from Tennessee. Let's go. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I haven't done a live stream in a minute, so I'm actually in the middle of editing a video for you guys today, or at least for tonight. And then I'm gonna get the listing. So, but yeah, I'm editing a video. So if you guys hear like any background noise, it's literally just me editing the video. But I'll obviously stop editing the video if there's any questions that need to be asked. But I love it though. I love it. Hello from Tennessee. Let's get it. You're not too far from Georgia. No, we've been working hard around here though. We've been working very hard.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to work. All right, guys. So we actually already have 6 items pulled here. And you guys know this is the stuff that's sitting around like in my current room that I'm in, and the rest of the stuff will be in the lot. So,
yo, Ivan, what's going on? Hey, I'm from Houston. I started going to the bins last Friday. I camped from Thursday morning and was 8th in line. Wow. Yeah, man, let me tell you, like this past weekend, me and the wife camped out Thursday night. We got there at 7:30 at night, and me and my wife were 3rd and 4th. Now there's some crazy people out there, man, that'll literally camp for like 24 hours. And I mean, kudos to you. I mean, if you can wait out that long and try to outgrind, other people, that to me, that is a 2 thumbs up in my book. Because man, I've said that numerous times. If you're waiting in line all the way through, you get inside the bin store, and then you once you're done shopping and everything, and all said and done, if you're there for like I don't know, 10 hours and you come out of there with $1,000 worth of product, essentially you made $100 an hour. And you got to look at things like that. But that's very awesome though. But eighth in line, that's crazy. I mean, you are in Texas. You are in Texas. It's bigger in Texas. So, I mean, let me ask you this, Ivan. Were you happy to be eighth in line? Like, did you still find some like good quality stuff? Because if you didn't, then you might have to get there a little earlier. But if you were happy with what you found, then hey, you know, sometimes it works out that way. Like I told myself, if I'm like at least top 10 at the bin store that I've been recently going to, I would be happy. But I usually try to get in the top 5 if possible. But more and more people are finding out about my bin store. Well, actually, and a lot of people come from the videos too, which is pretty cool. But the bin stores, man, you can find some killer stuff. Like I found over $1,000 power inverter. I put it on the YouTube community tab, and I got it for $5, and it should sell for easily over 1,000. I got a offer for $900 for it yesterday, and I didn't take it because I just see them selling way over 1,000. So I'm gonna hold on to it. I probably should have took it and ran, but I'm being a little greedy. But it is what it is. Yo, Danny. Hey, wait, is it Danny or is it Donnie? Danny B or Donnie B from South Carolina. I love it. I love it, man. I love people that are close to Georgia. In Georgia, South Carolina, surrounding areas. I love it. I love it. I just got my Starlink set up and going to probably start recording my thrifting like y'all do, or record my gaming play. I am hooked on 7 Days to Die. Yeah, I would say if you're gonna do anything in life, you just go full-fledged at it. So yeah, that's awesome. If you're gonna start recording, that I love it. I love seeing the energy. I love seeing the motivation from people. So yeah, good luck on that and the gaming stuff. I have a gaming channel that has 5,500 subscribers, mainly like Fortnite and stuff like that. I'm actually a god at Fortnite. But yeah, no, that's awesome though. I love it when people are out there grinding, getting theirs. You only live life once, so I love it. Yo, Nerdy Picker, what's good? It's early for you? Yes, it is. It's very early. It's 10 o'clock. I haven't done a live stream in forever, so because I'm actually in the middle of editing a video, and I was like, let's start up a live stream, and I'll try to edit in between and all that, because I don't have any priorities today. The wife took out like a few packages that sold over on Amazon, so she just took those out real quick, and then I'm editing this video for tonight, and then I'm going to be listing later on, but I don't really have any crazy priorities today. And it is Danny. Okay, got you. I know a friend of mine, she likes to be called Donnie. And it always threw me off. So I like to make sure that I'm calling people by their correct names. All right, so this is a new name. Is it Javin, or do you prefer to be called George? Either way, welcome. Appreciate you being there. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, reselling tips, tricks, any kind of questions about life, eBay, my dogs, whatever, feel free to ask, because I'm a very open book, and that mainly comes from my openness from the military. The military changed my mindset on a lot of stuff, and I don't take life too crazily seriously, or too serious. I don't take life too serious. I'm a very, very open book. Probably too much, but it's just the way I am. So if you guys have any personal questions, I will answer them the best of my ability. The good thing about it is I had chairs. I took turns with 3 friends, so I was there for just 4 hours because they let us leave as long as someone can claim your chair. You're good. Well, that's nice. Also, I live 5 minutes away. I found really good things. There's like 100 bins they bring out on Friday and did extremely well already. So 70% everything I've said. Dang. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah, that should be motivation to know. If you sold 70% of everything within a week, that's insane. Like that's really good. Yeah, congratulations though. That's really good. And that's the motivation right there. You figure 1 week you sell that 70%, now you got 30% of the inventory, reinvest at least half of that money back into the bin stores. And I'm telling you, like the sky is not the limit. Like it's insane what reselling can really do to change people's lives. Like it's insane. And thank you. I'm so excited. You and your wife are my inspiration to video my thrifting. So hats off to you too. Well, thank you, thank you. That's awesome. I love inspiring people, and really for me, I don't really look to inspire people. I just want to motivate people. You know what I mean? I guess they're kind of one and the same. But I love motivating people, and I think it really shows character whenever you can really just grind your butt off. And I get it, real life stuff happens all the time. You know, like I didn't list for like 2 days straight, and that's because I was going to like my personal storage and getting stuff cleaned out and all that. And I'm at that point now where it's like whenever I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I go to the gym. Like I went to the gym at 6 o'clock this morning, and I didn't go to bed till about 1:30 because I was working in here and listing stuff. So I got about 4 hours of sleep or so, and my alarm clock went off, and it's like 6 o'clock. Let me rephrase it. I wasn't at the gym at 6. I wake up at 6 and then go to the gym. But my alarm went off, and I was in there staring at it, and my mind is like, "Go back to sleep. You're fine." But my heart was like, "You better get your butt up and go to the damn gym." So, excuse my language. But and that's just it is what it is. But I got up and I went to the gym, and that's what I love, man. I love seeing that motivation, even when you don't want to do certain things, but you manage to do it. That takes a lot for certain people, especially me. And I did get it right. Okay, bet. I appreciate you being here, man. DJ, what's good, homie? How's everything going for you? I actually was wondering about shipping, of course. Do you guys just estimate the shipping when creating a listing, or do you prepackage and weigh your items? So that's actually a very good question. So what I do is, so once you kind of get into like reselling more and more, eventually you will start understanding certain things. So like, for example, like if I grab this mug right here, right? This is easily over £1. So it's going to go on a £2 rate. So I know just to go ahead and put it at a £2 rate. And let's say that anything from like a couple pounds or under, I don't weigh, I don't do anything. I just kind of go off of, the feel of it. And I don't package it up. I just put it on my racks or in a tote. And when it sells, I just do it that way. Then of course I can do free shipping or just calculate the shipping within the price. But now if it's like a really big item that is like, let me see. All right. So this thing right here is like extremely heavy. So like this thing is probably like, it's probably like 50 pounds or so. Now with this one, this is one that I would do dimensions, figure out the weights. Now, granted, this is $1,000 item, so I will do free shipping on it. But let's just say this thing's only worth, let's say $100, but it's 50 pounds. So I would do the price plus shipping, if that makes sense. But anything that's crazy big, I would honestly just do the dimensions and the weight of it. This would obviously go UPS. But yes, if it's like 2 pounds or under, I usually won't weigh it or anything. I just kind of, eyeball it and be like, okay, I'm used to this, whatever, £2 rate, free shipping. I know what it's roughly going to cost, anywhere between 8 all the way up to like 13 pounds, depending on if it's going West Coast. But items like this though, this is where you would want to weigh it and make sure you get the dimensions right. But I never prepackage my items, and there's 2 reasons why. One, sometimes I will forget to like mark on the boxes like what exactly it is. And then 2, if a customer sends me a message saying, "Hey, can you take a picture of so-and-so? You didn't put it in the pictures," or they just want a certain model number or whatever, and they want a picture of it, then you don't have to undo the package and all that good stuff. So that would be another reason. Nerdy Picker, man, I'm just sitting here doing my day job while listening to you. I need to get things listed. I mean, it's fine, to take a day or 2 off from listing. And, don't get me wrong, everybody should have a grinding mentality, but at the end of the day, you do not want to get burnt out. There was a time where I think I listed like 300 items in 2 days because I just really wanted this thing to really work out. And I realized I burnt myself out, and I didn't list for like a week and a half. So it's like one of those things where, if you need a break, take a break. The reselling is going to be there. Your items are still going to be there to list. But the biggest thing is making sure that your mental health is, is good. That's why I always wear my mental health awareness shirt. Because I have mental health issues from the military and all that. And, I'm going to therapy for it, through the VA and all that good. There's a lot of stuff that I don't really talk about. My anxiety and depression and stuff like that. I don't talk about it because, honestly, I try not to think about it. But yes, most important thing though, Nerdy Picker, just make sure your mental health is good. And if you can list 300 items in a day, hey, yeah, you're gonna outgrind me any day because I don't know if I can do 300 items in a day. Maybe if I hire somebody, I might be able to hit that one day. But it's listing can definitely take a toll on you guys. Every hour, they bring out new bins from the back, like at least 5 to 6 bins, and everyone goes crazy for them. I got lucky and got some good things like a massage gun. Since I live 5 minutes away, I make sure to stop at the store. Every hour starts only Friday through Sunday. They do this. That's how my the bin store I go to. They every Friday. One weekend they did a new bin every 25 minutes. It was kind of insane. But usually they do it every top of the hour, and then on Saturdays they do it every like 2 hours. Sometimes they do it every hour, but sometimes like every 2 hours. And then I don't know about the rest of the days because I normally go on Friday, and then Saturday, if I'm in the area, I might just stop in. And then I don't really go on Sundays to this bin store, and then I might go on Dollar Day. Like we went to Dollar Day yesterday, and we found some Rev Energy gum for $1, and it sold for 40 over on Amazon. Today, so that's what one of the packages my wife sent out. But yeah. Yeah, the bin stores can be very, very profitable for sure. I went to some stores last night, but I hate filming at the Goodwills. I need more footage, though. I realized I need like 15 videos a week to get this dang channel to grow. Nerdy Picker, the editing, it's a grind, and even getting the footage going out there. Cause you got to think about it as a reseller who does YouTube. You gotta do the footage. So that means you got to go out there, put all your time and effort into finding the stuff. On top of that, you got to record, you got to edit, you have to pack up packages, you got to list, you got to photograph. I mean, there's literally so much that you have to do, especially if you're doing YouTube. And you, on top of that, you have a whole nother YouTube channel too, and you got a full-time job, Nerdy Picker. So your plate is full. Your plate is full. So don't get it twisted. You're a workaholic. But I mean, you're just a busy woman, and I commend you for that. That takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of time from what something that else you could be doing. But yeah, 15 videos a month, which is kind of what I'm trying to do now, and it's rough. It's rough. Like it's hard. It's very, very hard. DJ, good man. Just working off today. Let's see how great things have been going, man. Yeah, DJ. Matter of fact, the video I'm editing right now, in my intro, I was like, yo, thank you guys so much for 2,400 subscribers. And I'm just sitting here like, holy crap. That's crazy because at January 25th, I was at 2,400 subscribers. And not even a month later, we're over 3,100, almost at 3,200. And that just shows you how quick things can just change. And that's why I'm really sticking to this, this video every other day. But yeah, everything's going good, DJ. Like I said, I'm just blessed and couldn't ask for anything else. Got a lovely wife, got a beautiful YouTube family, and got 2 beautiful puppies, and I've been going to the gym lately. So I mean, yeah, everything's going good. Yo, Yvette, I'm surprised to see you this early in the day. I know. I told myself, I was like, I haven't done a live stream in a hot minute, and I want to start doing them more and more. I'm so busy. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of things done, but yeah, I don't really have any crazy priorities this morning, so I'm pretty happy as I did my live stream. And wonderful. Thank you so much for the info. You answered my question perfectly. Awesome. Yeah. If anybody ever has any questions, even while I'm here, right now, feel free to ask away, and I can answer those questions for you. Rebecca, hey Brandon, I'm going to see how y'all doing live from North Carolina where I'm at, and still want to know. Wait, I'm going to Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon is going to see how y'all doing live from North Carolina, where I'm at. I'm still want to know about that. Rebecca, can you clarify? Elaborate. I don't. I can't answer. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Uh, I was gonna see how y'all doing. Oh, we're doing good. You're from North Carolina. From North Carolina, where I'm at. I'm still want to know about that. See, that's the part that confuses me. Can you type that for me, please? Super Spar. The wife and I do the pre-packaged listing only because we work so much in our regular jobs. It does stuff when a customer wants more pictures, but that rarely happens. Keep grinding. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with pre-packaging. I mean, there is some things I'll prepackage. Like if I'm doing like a lot of like Hot Wheels or something, like I have them prepackaged up there with the SKU number on them. There's nothing wrong with prepackaging. I just personally don't do it because one, whenever I do the what so videos, I really kind of like to show you guys the product, even though some items I will have in boxes and you guys can't fully see. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with prepackaging, nothing at all. But you all right though. It does rarely happen when a customer wants more pictures. Um, but I mean, it does happen. I wouldn't say quite a bit for me. Everybody's different. But it does happen from time to time. But definitely rarely is a good word for it. I appreciate your transparency, man. I do more than you know. I'm trying to get a few items a day listed because for the real store does better when I list. When I don't, it gets slow. Exactly, exactly. And that's the mentality you got to have just to get up and when you have that time, just list a couple of things and just get it done. Just get it done at the end of the day. That's one thing we learned in the military. Whenever we would have like our watches and stuff, where we have like a 12-hour watch where we have to literally sit there and do nothing with our lives. Um, we had a petty officer, first class. He would he would put me on watch a lot because we get to miss work the next day. And I told him, anytime you need me, just let me know. I'll get it done. And he said after I said those words, he was like, all right, every chance I get, I'm gonna put you on the watch bill. And I was like, okay, bet. And sure enough, I had it like we had like a duty. So there were six duty days or six. Or sorry, excuse me, sorry, bad language. I'm sorry. Uh, but it's like there's six duty groups. Then you have Monday through Friday. Then you got a weekend duty. So you go through rotation every 6 weeks. You have a duty weekend, and every watch bill he would put me on there, and yeah, and that's why. So just biggest thing is just get it done. I'm spiraling with my conversation right now. Amp, your favorite sourcing spot, like thrift stores, bin stores, yard sales, or estate sales. So it's kind of hard for me to say because I found some of my best stuff at bin stores, and I've also found some of my best stuff at garage sales. So um, I think consistency will probably be bin stores. I always find good stuff because you might go out there on a day of garage sales where people just don't have anything good, or you really just can't uh you know find. I mean, you literally can't find anything, and that's the thing that sucks about it because you waste the gas, you waste the money, your time, and all that good stuff. When you could literally go to a bin store like the one I have here and walk out of there easily with $1,000 worth of stuff, easily. And that's where, in my opinion, you have to do what's best for your business. If you think that you, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. You look at let's say a dude named Pro Picker. I watch him a lot. He does a lot of thrift stores. That's like his main sourcing. I think he does one at like Salvation Army where he finds all types of stuff, and then he does bin stores. Those are like his two main sources. And then you look at other people, their main sources like thrift stores, and then mine, I like to get into a little bit of everything, storage units, bin stores, garage sales, but you got to kind of have to go with what is best for your business. And yes, I want to be a very versatile reseller. That's why I like going to garage sales, thrift stores, bin stores, storage units. I'm trying to do it all, right? But in the end, you just got to really be smart, strategical in what you're doing in your business. But definitely 100% though. I'll probably say bin stores as of right now. Because you got to think about it, bin stores are pretty fresh, pretty new to me. I probably only been going to bin stores for maybe like 6 months. and I feel like that's kind of still new to me. But yeah, bin stores right now is probably my favorite. Yo, Gone Picking, what's up, Brandon? Love the content. We got good picking up here in Kennesaw. Okay, very awesome. I love to see a fellow what do they say, a fellow Georgian, I guess. I don't really like that word, but the fellow Georgia family. I love it. That's what I call you, a Georgia family if you're from Georgia. But yeah, Kennesaw. Okay, yeah, I actually went up there for a drill meet whenever I was in high school. I like to polybag my clothes. I sell, but it never fails. Someone wants another measurement or picture. That's actually a good point because I do the same thing. I polybag my clothes as well. Like this is Lucky Brand 427. I guess the Lucky Brand name is called Ava. And then I do 100-70. That's the SKU number. So, but yeah, I do the same thing with my clothes too. Yo, Terry, how are you doing today? Welcome. Stephanie, how are you? Welcome. I've not tried our local bin stores yet. You guys are making me want to fight this crowd. I can see where they would probably be one of the fastest profit starting points. Bin stores are very, very profitable. In my videos, I always preach, check your items before you buy them. I don't do that, and that's mainly because the lines are always backed up, and it has to do with, I wouldn't say laziness. It's just if I wanted to check certain items in my buggy, like for instance, I'll give you an example. If I had to check 20 items, I probably would take the time and wait in that line to actually open up each box. But if it's like 5, 6, 7 items, I probably won't open them. It is what it is. Because either way, all the good stuff will outweigh just that little minuscule of, $7 a piece type thing. I might lose a little bit of money, but essentially I'm not really losing any money because I'm still making profit. So it's just really how you look at it. Obviously, if I was to check everything and minimalize that those buys that I buy without looking at them, obviously I can make more profit. But yeah, bin stores, it's insane for bin stores. Bin stores can be quite insane. Like I said, I found that over that $1,000 power inverter for $5 on $5 day. We found, matter of fact, hold on, I'll show you guys some stuff that I'm fixing the list. So whenever I went in, so we got this for $7 a day. This Nest thermostat. I don't know if you guys can see it. Nest thermostat. We got that for $7. And then we found a ton of Bose stuff. Let me show you guys. So we got all these for $5 a piece. So we got these 2 Bose items. We got all these for $5 a piece. Then we got another one here, the pink one. And then we got this thing right here is going for like $200 pre-owned. Another Bose speaker. And then we got 2 more Bose things, all for $5 a piece. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's $30 invested in all this. And just look at that. All Bose stuff for $5 a piece. And I haven't looked at them yet, but I'm pretty sure they're all there. But that was just crazy. And that's just going to the bin store on $5 a day where I didn't have to camp out. I literally went in there right at 9 o'clock, same with everybody else. And then I walked in there, found the one bin that had all that stuff. And it's just kind of insane. Sean, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How do you get your shipping supplies? So all my shipping supplies that I personally use are down in the description. I don't get any. I know some people use like these links to profit off of the links. I don't do that because I'm just not really. I wouldn't really call it greedy, but I'm just not really greedy for money off of clickable links, I guess. Probably should do it, but I just don't. But all my supplies are down in the description. So sometimes I go off of eBay, sometimes I go off of Amazon. So my tape and my boxes I get off of eBay because I get them for extremely cheap. The tape is usually like 33 rolls for like $33 or something like that. So it's like $1 a roll, but it's actually really good solid tape. There is my scale I got from Amazon, but shipping supplies, I normally buy my own boxes, but then of course I have a whole stack of USPS boxes that I have just in case. Because the way I look at it if you're sending something priority, there's no point in putting it in your own boxes, because that's money that you pay for. And the boxes that you pay for should only be, in my opinion, for first class packages, because USPS provides free packages. So why waste your boxes that you spend harder money on when you can use USPS boxes? And on top of that, they're going to charge you out the wahoo for shipping. So yes, if you're going priority, get your shipping boxes from USPS, because they actually send them free to your doorstep off of their website, and it's all free. But I get all my supplies online. I never go in the store. Two reasons: because one, I don't really like the hard copy receipts. I like to see everything online. So whenever I buy my stuff online and I get ready to do my taxes, all I gotta do is see all my supplies, and then do all that good stuff. So that's the second reasoning. Buy all my supplies online. Wow, great Bose items. That's what I was saying, Stephanie. It's kind of crazy that all that stuff was just there for $5 a day, and I was probably in there for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But yeah, we found all that. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Thank you for showing us the best items to net profit. Oh, no problem, Sean. That's what I'm here for. I love to entertain people. I love to spread the wealth. I love to show people how they can realistically change their lives. Because, like I said, this reselling really changed my life. I was working hard labor down at the port in Savannah, Georgia, and I was doing welding, torching, working on the big 40-foot trailers that the semi trucks drivers drive. And I used to do suspension work. I used to do all that. And then I did that for a few months. And then I remember sitting on my little rolling stool, on my mechanic stool, and I remember sitting there eating Chinese food, and my phone. I got it set up on the trailer because it had like a little lip that you can kind of it looks like this, and my phone was set up against it. And then I just watching videos, and the Cincinnati Picker popped up, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Let me see what it is. And it was showing him going to garage sales, flipping stuff, and I'm just like, I was like, bro, that's pretty cool. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm making $18 an hour. I do have medical and dental, but after all that came out, I was making $530 a week. And then it was like I was bringing home $530 a week, and then I was bringing home $106 a day, essentially, right? So I was like, wow, this man just sold one thing, and he made more money than me in like 3 days. 3 days of me working a 9 to 5. Well, I was working from 2 to 10, so 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it made me think. I was like, wow, I really should get into this. And then I started picking up certain things, and then I was able to quit my job within 3 months. And then 6 months later, so essentially 9 months in total, my wife was able to quit her job. Because we tackled this very hard. I had a goal, I had a dream, I had the passion, and we made it happen. And when I say this stuff can be really life-changing, it really can. Yo, Kimmy, how are you doing today? Good morning. New to your channel, loving the content. Our local bin store lets you open anything. They have about 100 bins that are big. They have employees that specifically pick up trash. Yeah. First off, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. There's some bin stores around us that will actually let us open them up. I understand why they don't do it, because it's less work they realistically have to do. And the one that I actually go to, they say don't open the boxes, but people do it anyways. But you always see them walking around picking up trash from the bins. The bins are just crazy. Like, it's really crazy. Yeah, the one that we go to locally, there are 120 bins throughout the whole store. It's insane now. Some of this stuff can just fly out the shelves like that. Like, well, the stuff behind me is I actually cleared a little bit off, but the rack over here to my right, I'll put a whole. If you guys, this is probably gonna sound dumb, but if you guys ever find Curated Kpods and they're not expired, make sure you guys pick them up at bin stores, because like I literally picked up like 6 boxes and I sold 4 of them within less than a week. So. And then they're good, they're good like $30 to like $60, depending on what they are. Especially the McDonald's K-Cups. The McDonald's K-Cups can go for some like buku's amounts of money, like $60, $70. Like, it's kind of crazy. I reuse Amazon boxes all the time too. Plus, American Bubble Boy is amazing with bubble wrap. They are lightning fast and affordable. Also not affiliated. Yes, I use American Bubble Boy as well. They're very cheap and they're very good products. And they do ship out pretty quick too. So yeah, you hit everything spot on. I actually reuse Amazon boxes as well. And I don't know if you guys seen any of my videos. Maybe like the sporting equipment haul that I bought for like $3,100. In my corner along that big industrial rack, you just see nothing but boxes. Those are like my reusable boxes that I get from like my mom. She works for a trucking company, so they always get boxes in. So I told her, yeah, anytime you get boxes, just send them my way. And then my dad works for the city of Savannah, and he always gets boxes too, and he just gives them to me. So that's it's always good to have people like that too, that can help you out from time to time. Danny, so tips for keeping track of cost of goods / sales and all that good stuff. So, okay, so the best way I can explain it would be so for your sales, in my opinion, I'm not an expert by no means. I don't really think you need to keep up with sales per se because everything is inside of eBay. So when you go to your sales for the year, you can literally look at everything: how much you netted, how much you grossed, like what your shipping labels cost, which you can actually write off your shipping labels at the end of the year if it doesn't come out on your 1099. But if you want to keep up with your cost of goods, then yes. So me and my wife, we have one system, but it's technically a two system thing, but it's really one system. So the one system would be where every receipt that we get that we actually buy essentially for our business. So let's like for instance, I'll give you an example. Let's say we go to Goodwill, we find 5 things for $4 a piece. Let's say $20, and we use that for ourselves. But then let's say from that $20, let's say we spent $100. That $80 that we spent is going to be our cost of goods. Now, obviously, on a receipt, sometimes they'll print out just $100, but you can't really see by detail like Walmart does, where you constantly see like you spent $20 for this, $5 for this, $4, et cetera, et cetera. So what we do is we take that receipt and we put it in a clip for each month. So if I spend whatever in the month of January, it's going to be all in this little clip, right? And then for the day that we bought a whole bunch of stuff, she would literally go before I do anything, she'll have a book ledger by hand, and it'll be like, okay, so now you have to separate that $80 for your cost of goods compared to the $20 that you bought for yourself. So you have to separate that. So then she'll go in the book ledger, and again, it takes time. It's annoying, but she'll literally put on there like, hey, shoes $6.59, shoes $6.59, pants $6.99, whatever, and then until it's all done. That's the best way to do it because if you do get audited, from my understanding, I've never got audited before, but the only way you really get audited is if you do not pay your taxes, of course. But if you start writing off a lot of stuff, we write off a lot of stuff. So, for example, I'm able to write off my storage unit that I have for myself. It cost me, well, it was $180 a month. Now it went up to like $192 a month. But I pay for that for myself before my business, and I can write that off. 12 months of $180 for last year. That's a lot of money. On top of that, we write off like our gas. We write off our not gas, sorry, our mileage. We write off a percentage of our Wi-Fi bill, percentage of our cell phone bill. We do a 15 by 15 room, no questions asked. We write off all the storage units that we actually bought last year. We can write all of that off, which is kind of insane in my opinion, because we buy the units to resell the items that are inside it. So yeah. But we write off a lot of stuff. So it's always good to have your P's and Q's lined up, as annoying as it's going to be, to really keep up with all that, especially if you're selling at like high volumes, or buying at high volumes and selling at high volumes. It's I'm not saying it's hard to keep up with. It's just very annoying, tedious stuff, and that's what I have my wife for, because she actually enjoys the tedious stuff. But yes, but as far as your cost of goods, keep up with like the hard copy receipts, but also have like a book ledger, to kind of answer your question. But as far as sales, there's some people who look at QuickBooks, and the way my mind works is that if you're spending more than what you're making, then you're obviously not doing it right. But if you're making more money than what you're spending, but you're still able to pay your bills and still put money off to the side for your taxes, then to me, that is good enough. But that's just me. I'm not a tax expert. And that might even be bad advice. But that's just kind of what I do. So like, for example, again, not trying to make this too long, drawn out of a conversation, but what I do is throughout the month. So last month, I spent $3,500 in reinvesting. And then let me see here. So the month of January. Oh, one sec. The wife is calling. Hello.
Dude, I walked into like 3 fucking grocery stores and I
You know you're on live stream on YouTube, right? You're on a live stream on YouTube, right? I okay, that's fine. Do they have the other ones? The ones I used to eat in Virginia? You don't remember the maple and brown sugar, whatever it's called? That's fine. Then don't get it. That's fine. Love you. Love you. All right, bye. I forgot what I was saying now. See, the wife always ruins everything. I'm kidding. No, she went to go buy some sausage from Walmart for my breakfast in the morning. It's called Swaggerty's, like the best sausage ever. And apparently she can't find it, so she's like, I already went up and down the aisles, and she dropped the F-bomb. But yeah, no, she's funny. But I forget what I was saying. I forget. Either way. Awesome. Thanks so much. No problem. No problem. Like I said, the biggest thing is just whatever is best for you. Never try to do your taxes yourself. Stop doing TurboTax. Stop all that crap. If I'm being honest with you, just don't do that. Take it to a real CPA. Pay the $250 to $450, whatever they charge. Just do that, because I'm telling you right now, they know what they're doing. You can get so many more deductions, and the government. As much as I'm not a really fan of our government, but our government, they really do love small business owners. They really do. So you get tons of tax deductions and cuts and stuff like that. Love Charlie, yeah, she's a sweetheart. I knew I picked a good one. I knew I did. But I remember what I was saying. That's right, I remember. Okay, so if you look at the past 31 days, let's see. Let's go. As a matter of fact, let's go to custom, and then let's do January 1st to January 31st of this year. Okay, so the month of January, I brought in $10,357.93 gross sales. And this is what I meant by your sales, right? Like you're keeping up with your sales or whatever. So you figure $10,357.93 is your gross sales. So after eBay fees, after selling costs and shipping, after all three of those, my net for the month was $6,338.33. Now that's not including cost of goods, right? But at the end of the day, if you're netting $6,300 and you cannot put money off to the side, I'm just speaking out loud. Like for instance, let's say you net sales, let's say 6,300, and let's say out of that 6,300 that you netted, you spent 5,000 and you're only profiting at 1,300. That's I mean it sounds good, but it's really not. For that 6,300, if I had to put a number on it, my cost of goods maybe 1,000, just because I go to bin stores and stuff. Maybe 1,000. Maybe let's be optimistic. Let's say 2,500. I don't know. Let's say 2,500 or 2,000. So that still leaves me with 4,300 profit, and it's just one of those things, Like again, if you're spending more than what you're making, that should be common sense to kind of slow down your spending and try to figure out why your stuff's not selling quicker or buy better stuff, etc. But if you're netting $6,300 and you're telling me you can't at least put 1,000 off to the side, then you're not there's something wrong there. And that's why I don't really keep up with the sales, because everything is in eBay. Like if I got audited from whatchamacallit, the IRS, and they literally came at me and like, hey, I want to see what you made off of eBay, because I want to see your 1099 to your thing. Well, if you look at my 1099 on my generator report for all of last year, from January 1st to December 31st, my total sales were $88,066.93. Almost $5,000 were collected in eBay fees. And then my selling costs and all that came out to $29,206, which I netted over almost $54,000 last year. And that's net sales. And that's not including Amazon. It's not including local. It's not including any other platform. But that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent, and I'm happy with it. Then my average sales price was $30.87. But again, if I got audited, guess what? It's right here. It's right here on eBay. That's it. But again, to each of their own. If you want to be cautious in what you're doing, you want to have an extra like a book ledger and all that, then sure. Nothing stopping anybody. It's just kind of like what I do. And who knows? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Might get audited from the IRS and go to jail. I don't know. But we always do our taxes pretty good. We're paying like $11,600 in taxes this year. Then that's not including all of our deductions. So after all our deductions, it should be around like $8,500. And what products do you use to take your photos for eBay, like your phone or a camera? So I use just my phone. I use my phone. I don't use a light box. I just have a like a light thing. I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on. See the little light thing right over there? Right there. Flashing in one direction. It's not really professional. But I mean, it gets the job done. There's a lot of people who take a lot of time in their photos, and there's nothing wrong with that too. Some people say it makes their sales go quicker because the pictures are better. I kind of like to list like as quick as possible, take really good pictures and just be done with it. But nobody's really wrong with the situation. And as far as a light box, I mean, light boxes are kind of dope because you really get the whole effect of the light. So like mine's only over here, right? So whenever it flashes down, you always see a shadow to the right. And then the light box going all the way around, you lose all the shadows, and that's really good too. I just don't do that. In the beginning, I think you will always spend more because you're trying to build up your inventory, but I stopped that in the first few months. Now I'm select on what I buy and have plenty saved. Exactly. And that's the way, and that's the way it should be. Because like you got to think about it. If you invest $500, okay, and this is one thing I was learning on a video. So even if you spend like let's say $500, right, and then you spend that 500 to let's say make 1,000. Okay, let's say you're gonna double that money, but essentially it's not gonna really be double. Let's just say you're gonna make 250, but you're gonna make 1,000. Okay, so then after that 1,000, so once you go back up, right? So now you're plus 500 or whatever. Now let's say you spend that 500. That's what you made, right? So you made $500. Now your ceiling is 500. Now it's like, okay, now you spend that 500 to make $2,000. So guess what? Now you're up here. So now you're back in the negative. And that's the biggest thing. Whenever you build up that inventory, you're going to be in negative for a while. But then guess what? Once you really build that inventory, start getting those sales, then eventually you're just going to start separating yourself from your debt to your profits. So yeah, I mean, definitely at the beginning, buy what you feel like is right. Make that money, quick money. Again, going back to the whole power inverter, I got a $900 offer yesterday. I could have took it and ran for a $5 buy cost for a $900 item. That's pretty dang good. But I'm being a little greedy because I just listed it not even a week ago, and I'm willing to wait for somebody to pay $1,000. Somebody pays $1,000, I'll probably be happy with that. But I got it up there for $1,250. Gotcha. So you don't have to be fancy smancy good. No, of course not. It's yeah, you definitely don't have to be fancy. Now there are some cool things you can really do with pictures. I mean, that really makes it stand out. Like what I used to do with like hiking boots. In my backyard, we had like this wooden bench, very cool. And behind my house, you had like the woods and stuff. And I would set the shoes on that and then take a picture because it'll make the background kind of blurry. And then the shoes would be kind of like, better, like the quality would be so much better, and it made the shoes look really good, and it really stood out, and they actually sold within a week. So I'm saying photos will make a huge difference in some cases, but I just don't do that. But again, to each their own. It's all about what you feel like is best for your business. Kevin, we're gonna have to start calling you Mr. Bose. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's insane with like all this Bose stuff. Like, I mean, let's see. I mean, this right here was the crazy thing. It says Bose SoundLink Revolve. Let me see what that. I want to say there's like 200. Let's see, Bose SoundLink. Oh, Revolve. I put Evolve. Duh. And it's the first one. So let's see. Yeah, brand new. This thing's going for $240. Yeah, $240. Pre-owned $210. Brand new $250. $250. Pre-owned $180. So I mean, that's just crazy right there. But yeah, we find all types of stuff. Like, what is this? We got this from the Benz. I don't even remember what this is. Oh yeah, I didn't look this up. I don't know if it's worth anything. But it's called Sigu battery charger. I don't know. I didn't look it up whenever we got it, but got it $5. I thought I don't know. But yeah, there's just all types of stuff, man. Like what's oh, also too, not this past weekend. Was this past weekend? No, this past weekend. Yeah, this past weekend the wife found a $750 laptop. I got it downstairs. I still gotta test it and all that, but yeah, the wife kills me when it comes to bins, man. She just destroys me. Hey, so I have a question for eBay and defect rates. Do you get dinged every time you have to end an item or cancel an item? I've had to cancel 2 orders because they didn't pay after a week. So no. So if they do not pay, it does not put a ding on your account. But let's say that you listed something and somebody bought it, they paid for it, and then you had to cancel it due to you lost it or whatever, those will get you a ding on your account. But no, if they do not pay within a week and you have that option to cancel and relist, no, there's no harm to you because it's not your fault. And eBay recognizes that. So you cancel, relist, you relist it, you get your eBay fees back. And then, yeah, but no, you do not have to, or you won't get a ding on your account. If you have a listing and you just pull it off your store, no, you don't get dinged on that as well. The only thing that you will get dinged on is if somebody paid for something and you have to cancel it due to missing or you broke it or whatever the case is. You can get a ding on that. Yeah, trying to think what else I got. Well, we got some. I don't know. We got some pretty good stuff from this bin store though. We're doing pretty good. Matter of fact, I was at the bins yesterday for $1. They just finding little stuff, and a couple came up to me and they're like, "Brandon, Georgia Pickner." I was like, "Oh yes, ma'am." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I watch your videos." And I thought that was so cool, man. Yeah, I love that, man. I love when people just randomly come up to me. Just really really cool stuff. But yeah, and I didn't have my GoPro with me or anything. I just stopped in there, but it was pretty cool. Oh, no problem, Nerdy Picker, no problem. I like helping. But yeah, it's nothing that you have to worry about though. Let's see here.
I actually already have 6 items pulled here. And you guys know this is the stuff that's been around, like my current room that I'm in, and the rest of the stuff will be in. First and foremost, we have a set of 2 3M purifier filters. Originally, I went to the Friday, and I thought this was actually going to be a business, but it ended up being 2 filters. But an accidental buy. But we ended up buying it for 7, and it sold for $29.99, free shipping.
I come from a military family, so I can understand the off days. My brother suffers from PTSD, and he has those off days a lot. I just want to say thank you to you and your wife for your service. Yeah, it affects everybody differently. I don't have PTSD or anything like that. I can only imagine what somebody goes through with that. Yeah, we always have those off days. I think it's just everybody in general too. But no, and no need to thank us. We served honorably, and if I had to go back to this whole Russia Ukraine thing, and hey, I'd go back. It is what it is. But no, I appreciate the kind words. I finally found a bin store. I think it's like an Amazon returns or whatever. I haven't checked it out yet. I think my bad Goodwill bins experience keeping me from wanting to do it. it really depends on how they do it. So like there is 1, 2, 3. There's 4 bin stores that I know that's around me. 4. One of them's an hour and a half away. One of them's an hour away, and then 2 of them are like 30-ish minutes away. Um, the the one that's an hour and a half away. Um, there's one particular group out there. They're very what's the word? Territorial, I guess. So anytime a reseller comes in, they feel, I guess, threatened or whatever. So then they act like douchebags and all this stuff. And and you can ask my wife. I'm a very fair person. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're there before me, cool. But the second that you come in, so like, and what the I'll explain. So what the group does, they come in with like 2 people. Okay, they come in 2 people to hold the spot at like 2:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock, whatever. And then as it gets close to 9 a.m., what they do is they bring 10 people with them. They roll up on their cars and they just get back. They just get in line where they're at. Now, if it was in front of me, I would say something. My wife won't let me say anything unless it's to us. And I just think that there's just, I don't know. It's like one of those things. And the thing is too, they will never confront me. I mean, I'm not gonna get into it, but it makes me so mad that people really think that is okay. You know what I mean? And that's where my wife kind of keeps me in check too, because like I'll never really run my mouth unless it's to me. But at the same time, if something's not right, man, it's just not right. People were out there waiting, longer than these other 8 people that rolled up. But anyways, they're very territorial over there, and they will literally push you over, all that good stuff. The one that's an hour away is very, it's pretty calm. And then the one that I go to now, the people in there, man, they crazy. And then the one in Savannah, it's pretty calm, But yeah, Nerdy Baker, if you do go and you see like all that pushing crap, man, it's annoying. But I tell you now, they touch you, you better throw some hands. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. That's why I always carry with me. I always carry with me. Just specifically for that reason. Somebody run up on me, and I'm just like, bro. Like, I mean, obviously, I handle guns safely and all that, but it's just like, man, y'all start pushing up on me. I tell y'all once, twice to get up on me, and y'all keep doing it, man, we're gonna have a problem. But yeah, no, there's a way to de-escalate stuff, but it's just one of those things. I don't do it with big groups or people like that. My mouth would get me in trouble. Yeah, believe it or not, whenever I was a little bit younger, like I'm 29 now, I turned 30 in August this year. But whenever I was like 25, 26, whenever we used to go to the bar and party and stuff like that, I had a mouth on me, but like I wouldn't give people, second or third chances. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just get in their face and like, for example, I mean it's kind of a bad example, but what I did was we were in a bar. It was called Peabody's in Virginia Beach, and whenever you go in, you go up the stairs and then you go to the dance floor. And the dance floor is in front of you. To the right, you have the bathrooms, and then you have a bench right here, and then you have a bench like this. Then there's a pool table right there. And what I like to do whenever I go to a bar, I like to get me a beer and then a mixed drink. And then I'm sorry, not a beer. I would take a shot and then a mixed drink. Shot to get the blood flowing a little bit, and the mixed drink, go with more alcohol, right? To give me a little buzz as quick as possible. And then I'll go, then I'll play some pool for like, 2 or 3 games. And then I'll go dance and pick up girls, whatever. And along the bench, I was in there breaking on pool. And this dude and this girl, I don't know if they're boyfriend, girlfriend, but they were arguing back and forth. And then all of a sudden, the guy just literally just like hit his girl, like hit her. And I saw it at the corner of my eye. And then I didn't do anything at first because I just wanted to make sure that's what I was seeing. And whenever you see the girl, she was just like, and then after that, she looked up at me. And I'm like, did he hit you? And she just kind of like very subtle, just like nodded her head. And I went over to him and I got right in his face. And I was like, yo, you like hitting, effing girls, whatever. And he's like, it ain't none of your business, whatever. I laid him out. And then the bouncer chased me out of the club. That dude was knocked out on the bench. Like it was it was one of those things where, man, like I'm trying not to get in trouble, but man, sometimes you just got to do this to certain people just so they learn to stop. But I'll never condone putting hands on a woman. That to me, I don't care. I'll die. I would literally die for any woman out there who is getting abused if I had to step in. If I die, I die. It is what it is. But man, that was probably one of the most intense things I've ever actually seen. With somebody putting hands on a girl, that just pisses me off. I'm a big girl. Ladies won't mess with me, but men have no problem stepping up. yeah, People have no respect nowadays. It's ridiculous. That's why I just try to stay in my own lane nowadays, and because people are just so crazy and dumb. But yeah, it's 100% though. Just look out for people who are constantly just all up on people, especially when those new bins come out. Like they get crazy. You just told that story, and it made me think of what we're watching right now. Have you watched the new Reacher show? No, I have not. I've been wanting to watch it because the main character in there, he played in a TV show called Blue Mountain State. I don't know if you've ever seen it, Nerdy Picker. If you like dumb comedy, I highly recommend watching it however you can. It's called Blue Mountain State, and it's like frat fraternity, like college football team. And I mean, it's so dumb, but it's funny. But he was one of the main characters in the TV show. But it's so awesome. But no, I've been wanting to watch it though. So what do you do when you run across an item that you can't find any comps on, or do you just find similar items of price like those to come up with your own price? That's a perfectly great question. And so I use an app called WorthPoint. I pay $30 a month for it, and I'll give you an example. So you can do this with me if you like. So if you go to eBay right now and you type in, let's do skeleton wind chime. No, let's do brass skeleton wind chime. Okay, so when you type in brass skeleton wind chime, it doesn't come up. But if you were to go into WorthPoint, let's see, skeleton wind chime. But then you go on WorthPoint and you can literally see everything that is sold on eBay since the beginning of time. So like what I do is, so like that one that I just showed you was sold in 2014, but there's not a single one of those on eBay. So then there's two ways you can go about it. If you don't have the income or whatever to pay for the app, you can always go based off of similar comps. What I like to do is I like to have the WorthPoint, because you'd be surprised some of the stuff I found on there, specifically because of whatever. So like whenever I do storage units, right? If I can't find it on eBay because it's like a vintage unit, can't find it on eBay, maybe it's rare, but it's not worth anything. But that's where WorthPoint comes in, where they can literally show every sold comp from since day one of eBay. Or you can base it off of similar comps. I use WorthPoint though. WorthPoint has made me some good money, and you figure that $30 a month, cost for the app. You figure if I use WorthPoint even once to make $150, guess what? That $30 was worth it. But yes, you can come up with your own price. A matter of fact, I can actually show you one thing. Right here. So if you guys remember that diecast car storage unit that I bought, where it had all those diecast cars. So this is a very rare item, and I'll explain it. So whenever I first did the storage unit, got rid of everything, I started going through the diecast cars, right? I probably listed diecast cars for like 2 weeks straight. Finally, I got burnt out. I put literally all the rest of them in totes and put them on my rack in my storage unit, or my loft. And if you notice here on the ground, I'm going through them again, and I'm trying to set certain lots up and stuff. And this was in one of the totes. Now, this is a Fast and Furious, from Too Fast, Too Furious with Tyrese Gibson, Paul Walker, and all that. This is the muscle car they drag raced in. And then there's the car that Tyrese Gibson drove. And this thing is actually apparently extremely rare. All the other ones are not as rare. That you go for about 70 to 80. This right here should sell roughly for $300. and that's because I looked it up on WorthPoint. There's not a single one of these on eBay except for mine. So yes, WorthPoint is definitely worth it. He was also in Smallville, was he? Huh. Nice. It sounds like WorthPoint would be worth the investment. Yes. If you make more money than what you spend, then yes. Nerdy Picker, I have to hop into a meeting. I'll tell you guys soon. Y'all need to call me soon. I got you, Nerdy Picker. Yeah, have a good one. Get to work. All that good stuff. Appreciate you being there. But yes, WorthPoint can be worth it. Again, that's the only reason why I found out about this. And what makes it rare is because of this car here. Like the orange car, if it was by itself, it goes for like I think $60. If this car was by itself, you're looking at like $100. But due to the fact that I have this brand new sealed, the last one was on eBay, was in like 2019, and it sold for $200. So I put a premium on it for $300 because they're that hard to find. And it might sit for a little bit, but the thing is, I've already made all my money back. I'm not really pushed or pressed to sell it as quick as possible. Now, somebody offered me $250, I might take it, but I just put a little premium on it, and just to see what happens. Ivan, I always see that you mostly sell on eBay compared to Amazon. Why is that? Okay, so this is actually I'm working on a video about that too, but I'll share it though. So Amazon compared to eBay. So eBay, it's very easy to find sold comps, right? So like for example, let's just say, all right, so let's say my listing is on eBay right now. I'll give you a perfect example. So my listing is the only listing with that UPC code right there, right? So let's say you're at a garage sale and you find one of these, right? So guess what? You're then going to scan that barcode and you're going to buy it, okay? So because you can probably get 200 plus for it based off of what my listing is, okay? Because you're going to try to undercut me on my price. Same thing with Amazon. You can undercut people over there as well. But let's just say that this thing was not factory sealed. Okay, let's say it's not factory sealed. You can sell it on Amazon, sure. But at the same time, what happens if you scan that UPC code or look it up and you cannot find it? Because Amazon's more like modern. So like if you have like newer items that you can sell on Amazon and you're not restricted, because on Amazon you're not really restricted on anything you can sell, exception of like medical devices, normal stuff, right? But let's just say that on you can find it on eBay, but you can't sell it on Amazon because they don't provide a listing for it. And that's the difference right there, because you can sell more pre-owned and more older stuff over on eBay than you can Amazon. Obviously Amazon, they came with the whole thing about older video games. You can sell all that. That's all good and fine. But eBay is like way different from Amazon. Amazon for me, like if I sell brand new stuff, like let's see, like for example, so like I'm selling this on Amazon right now, Pedialyte. Okay, it doesn't expire until November of next year. But I sell this in a pack of 3 on Amazon because it's brand new, it's modern, that type of stuff, and it probably will sell within a week. And that's the biggest thing. If there's any type of flaw, people will complain about it on Amazon. At least for me, at least. I shipped out one item that was what was it? It was like some vitamin C pills or something like that. And due to the fact that the box itself didn't have a seal, but the item on the inside did, they wanted to return. And Amazon is more picky, in my opinion, too. The customers are very adamant about getting their packages, quick, right? But I realized through Amazon, there's gonna be way more picky people than there is eBay. Now there are scammers on eBay and stuff like that, but that's just kind of rare for me. On Amazon, to me, it happens more than eBay. But I do sell, quite a bit on Amazon. Like I said, over on eBay, we grossed $88,000 over on eBay, and then we grossed like another 23,000 on Amazon or something like that. Beforehand, I wasn't really talking about all my sales on Amazon because I feel like they weren't as significant as eBay is, because Amazon is definitely I'm not gonna say, I mean, probably not the right word, but I feel like it's more complicated than eBay. eBay is just kind of straightforward. Amazon, you got restrictions, you have you know, people don't understand, like, if you're not restricted on it, but there's one item that is on there by the people who made the thing, they can actually like sue you and stuff, mainly on Amazon. Um, and normally they'll just ask you to take the listing down, but they can like straight up sue you due to infringement rights and all this other stuff. And I actually got a letter one time for apparently infringing upon somebody's rights of one of their products, and it was like a surge protector, or not a surge protector, but a plug-in that had like USB ports on the bottom. That had like this little thing that sat here like this, where you can put your phone on it. I got a letter by them saying, if you do not take your listings down now, we will sue you in court. And I'm just like, my bad, dog. I didn't know. And this is when I first was getting into Amazon. So I feel like eBay is more of a safer route as well. Terry, great advice and video, man. No problem. No problem. That's why I'm here. I appreciate that. Side Hustle Sam, what's going on? Welcome. We're just talking about reselling and eBay, Amazon, and any kind of questions you got, Sam, as well. You know, feel free to ask. Like I said, we're vibing a little bit this morning. In the middle of editing a video as well to get ready for tonight. I'm really trying to stick with that video every other day. I really am. But yeah, but no, that's the reason, Ivan. It just really depends on how you look at it. Now, if you're doing like Amazon FBA and stuff like that, which I do a little bit of that, not a whole lot. Like to get into it a little bit more, but there's only so much money I can invest. You know, now if I had all the money in the world, I'd probably be doing Amazon FBA at least once or twice a week. But sometimes you got to put your money towards other stuff than you would Amazon FBA, because nothing wrong with Amazon FBA. It's just, in my mind, it's like, why spend $15 to make $5? And that's cool. I know people do that all the time, and that's great money, essentially. But I don't understand why to spend 15 to make 5. And everybody's different, you know. I'd rather spend $7 at a bin store and make 100, but that's just me. Some people don't have access to bin stores. Some people don't have access to good deals around them, you know, at Walmart or whatever. And I will do retail arbitrage. You know, like I went to Walmart like 3 weeks ago. Me and my brother just stopped in there after our golf session and checked the little clearance aisle, and there was a set of pills that they had on for $5, and I pretty much bought it for $5, and it sold on Amazon the same night within like 30 minutes for like $27.95, something like that. And after all said and done, I probably made like $15. But still, I'm spending $5 to make 15. I mean, it's just one of those things. You just gotta be smart at the end of the day. I mean, I'm trying to think though. Obviously, I am getting into Amazon more and more, but you know, if it's not like pristine, brand new, I don't sell it on Amazon. What were you doing before you started reselling? Did you strategize to get into reselling, or was it something you jumped into? What are your recommendations for going full time? So I was originally in the military. Before I joined the military, I was working on big 40-foot trailers that the semi-truck drivers drive. Then I joined the military 2 years after I started doing that job. When I got out of the military, I went back to my old job, making more money, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what I was doing before I started reselling. So the best way I can put it is, how did I strategize? I really didn't I mean, I did. There was some strategical things in that. So like, for example, I broke down the numbers. You know, I was making $18 an hour where I was working, $530 a week at the medical dental. And then I already get medical from the VA anyway, so I didn't really need medical per se. I mean, I do, but I don't. And that came out to $106 a day. Now, I kind of got lucky in my reselling business because I did a Facebook marketplace deal for a whole bunch of like Funko Pop bobblehead collectible type things for very cheap. And I made like $4,000 off of that. And then I went to Goodwill a month later, and Funko Pop business went out of business, and got a whole bunch of inventory right there for $500. And I made another about $3,200, somewhere around there on that deal. So there was some strategy to it, in a sense of, okay, if I can make about $200 a day, I would quit my job. Well, within 3 months, I actually made that happen. And that's mainly because of the lucky fines and all that. But yes, the way I look at it though, if you can make more money, I'm not saying if you're making $106 a day and you're bringing in $110 off of eBay, that's not going to cut it. If you're making like, you know, almost $100 more than what you were doing a day, and you're consistently doing that for like 3 months, then you know you can have the option to quit your job. The one thing I will say though is that if you cannot find these, you know, items to resell that consistently sell, it's going to be very hard for you to keep the full-time thing going. But again, I got lucky. So everybody's situation is different. But as long as you're making more money than you were at your own job, again, not by like $10, $20, but like $100 or more, then that's where you can kind of get in the mindset of, wow, okay, I'm really doing this now. Okay, wow, this 1 week, you know, at my normal job, I'm bringing in $530, which is what I was making. Well, guess what? Just in reselling, I made $2,000 this week. Wow. So on average, right now, I'm averaging over $2,000 a week, and that's just gross sales. It's not net, but $2,000 a week. Now that's almost quadruple what I was making at my old job. So you got to figure out what's going to be comfortable for you at the end of the day. Now, that would be my recommendation for going full time though, is make sure that you have a plan, make sure you have the inventory. If you have 1 week of success making, let's say $4,000, don't quit your job. You want to see those consistent numbers for at least, in my opinion, at least 3 months. And some people even go to the extreme of doing that for like a full year. And that's because they want to be, you know, extra safe. Now, I kind of did jump into it as far as whenever I quit my job in 3 months. And I felt like I knew everything at that point in time, and I didn't. There were some mistakes made, but at the same time, I'm pretty good at identifying certain brands and all that good stuff. But you got to have the drive, you got to have the passion for it as well. I think that's the biggest thing for me. If you don't have the passion for something, you're not going to have fun doing it, and that means you're not going to want to work and all that. But if you have a passion for it, your drive can be unlimited. You know, so. It's just one of those things. You know, you really just got to figure out what your mentality is and what your numbers are. Like if you're bringing home $1,000 a week from truck driving or something like that, obviously you don't want to be on the road. You want to be home with your family. But if you're bringing 2,000 or more over, in the whole week doing eBay, you know, you're doing that consistently for like 3 months and you don't see it slowing down, then hey, you might be able to quit your job. Cupcake, I've been pleasuring myself for 3 hours today, and I feel so relaxed now. Hey, more power to you. More power to you. I respect it. Off topic, what do you guys do on your time off from thrifting and selling? So actually yesterday we went to the movies. We went to go see the new Jackass movie. It's pretty funny. I mean, we don't really do like crazy stuff. I mean, I like to go golfing. My wife will join me to keep up with my score, and we have a good time doing that. But yeah, we go golfing, go to movies. I mean, we plan vacations. We got like 3 vacations we would like to go on this year if time and money and all that stuff lines up. Ooh, get the hiccups. Lines up. I play with our dogs. We're I wouldn't say we're like homebodies, but we don't like going out spending money. And that's not because we don't want to have a good time. We just don't see the point of going out to a restaurant spending $60 when you can go to the store and get everything you need for less than that. I don't know. It's just we're very like I said, we're not homebodies per se, but we like being at home. You know, we got our puppies, we got everything we need here. You know, like I said, she's grocery shopping right now, but I mean, I think we spend majority of our time. Well, I spend majority of my time doing the eBay thing. The wife, she doesn't help me with like the main stuff, but she helps me source and stuff like that, which is great because she finds me good products to sell. And she does, and she did do that thrifting video by herself, and I might send her out next week maybe to do a video. But yeah, but she spends most of her time, you know, playing with the puppies, you know, cleaning the house, doing the groceries, taking the packages to the post office. So she does like a lot of the outside work, you know, doing the tedious stuff like the book ledger and that type of stuff. That's kind of like her thing. Let's see. What made you start YouTube? Are you monetized? Is it worth your time filming and editing? So what made me start YouTube? So I've always been on YouTube for like since high school. I have a gaming channel that I've been working on for a while, and said like over 5,000 subscribers. And I've always had a thing for YouTube. A lot of people tell me that I'm a natural on YouTube. Some people said, dude, you have a really good personality. You should really be on YouTube. And I'm just like, I mean, I never thought about doing a vlogging thing with like reselling and stuff. If you go look at some of my older videos, I didn't know what I was doing. But is YouTube, you know, worth it? I mean, yeah, I would I would think so. And am I monetized? Yes, I am. Once you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 minutes watched on your videos, then you can get monetized. And is it worth your time filming and editing? So the filming part really isn't that hard because you're already at the places where you're going to go source anyways. So whenever it comes to that portion of it, it's like you're not doing anything different except for you're just recording. There are certain things uh, that I'm not gonna say that sucks, but that is a little bit more time consuming. Is whenever I come home and I have to do the recap, and then editing wise, I have to find every single sold comp if I sold it, or you know, listings, et cetera, et cetera. Um, and that stuff is time consuming, not really annoying or anything like that, because obviously I want to educate people and show people what we find. But that portion with the recording takes a little longer because like sometimes recaps can take, you know, 20 minutes or more, you know, just from sitting down there talking about what we found, even though you guys saw what we found. It's just one of those things. But is it worth my time filming and editing? Yes, I would think so, because one, I get to meet all these wonderful people that are part of this YouTube family that we have going on. Two, essentially, I get to document kind of like what's going on in my life. So, you know, let's just say, God forbid, that I pass away tomorrow. My wife can come back and watch my videos. You know, she get to hear my voice. You know, on top of that, like with my puppies, you know, once they pass away, you know, I can go back and see see the videos with them. So, I mean, there are sentimental purposes for me recording. Get to document how far the eBay business has come, you know. And again, I look at things a little differently. I've always told people that I feel like videos are more sentimental than pictures. Because don't get me wrong, I get to see pictures, you know, all the time. They're everywhere. But it's like for instance, to give you an example, you know, my grandma, you know, my oma, she passed away last year, and that's why I have my tattoo right here of her. Yeah, she passed away in July of last year, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional. But you know, I have tons of pictures with her, and I wish I had more videos with her. You know, just to hear her voice. And I think that's what hurts the most. Because I don't get to hear her voice anymore. And the same thing with like my mom and dad. You know, I got tons of pictures with them, but if something happens to them, you know, I'd rather have videos. And I just think it's just more sentimental to me. Sorry. Whew. Try not to tear up. But yeah. I think YouTube would also help your eBay store as far as getting more people viewing your items. And, you know, and that's the weird thing, you know. And granted, you know, we're not very big over here on YouTube. But I really don't get that many viewer sales. And then that's fine because we're actually doing really good without, you know, crazy amounts of viewer sales. And I do have a handful of them, and I'm grateful for that. But I really don't get that many viewers. Or well, I don't know about viewing, but that many sales with the viewers. Um, but yeah. Yo, Outcountry Sales, what's going on? How you doing today? Side hustle Sam, I know you said that you get VA benefits. I'm a veteran too, and I'm scared of relying on crappy healthcare. What do you do as far as providing health insurance for you and your wife? So I don't have any personal health insurance. Me and my wife both have dental. Dental is very cheap, and we actually have a really good plan. Uh, but as far as health insurance goes, so the VA is they passed something through the VA where if you cannot get an appointment within a certain amount of time, you can actually go see an actual real doctor. No, I mean not I'm not gonna say a real doctor, but an outside doctor from the VA. We do all of our healthcare through the VA as of right now, up until we make more money to where we're able to maybe pay for private medical. But like, I mean, if I literally have any issues, I can make an appointment for free. They file all my my medicines, so like my Ritalin that I'm on. I had to be on Ritalin because I have narcolepsy. I mean, I've always been treated fair. It does suck sometimes when you can't get an appointment right then and there. But if I was to go to like the ER, all I gotta do is go to the ER, get taken care of, call the VA the next day, or have your wife do it or whatever, and they can do a claim and they'll send the bill to the VA. I mean, nothing comes out of my pocket. If my wife gets pregnant, the VA uh, the VA takes care of like 7 days in the hospital or something like that, 4 days in the hospital, whatever it is. And then all the immunizations, everything, they take care of everything. So nothing realistically will come out of our pocket. The only issue that I see with the VA healthcare would be is the appointments. Sometimes you might have to wait 2 months, 3 months. But again, if you complain about it, they'll send you out to an outside doctor. Yo, Angelo, what's going on? Angelo is one of the OGs of the channel. What's going on, yo? Oh, I'm a major sitting here crying. I'm sure your grandma will be very proud of you and your accomplishments. Sending virtual hugs. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, me and my Oma, it's German for grandma. I don't know if y'all know that. But yeah, me and my Oma, we shared a special bond. And everything just happened so quick. I remember, God, it's so hard to talk about it. So I remember whenever she was in the hospital, because essentially, from my knowledge, she died of C. diff. So I guess that is where they pump her with too much antibiotics, and she couldn't build the good bacteria in her body, I guess. But like 2 months before she went to hospital, she like fell and like bust her nose and like in like a pool of blood or whatever, and then something was off about that, and something was infecting her or something, and she went to the hospital, and I remember I went to go see her twice, and I remember the last time I went to go see her, and she passed away like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, and I remember going to go talk to her, and she kept going like in and out. She would talk to me, and she would talk very slow. You can kind of see her breathing wrong, and she used to collect Hummels. And if y'all don't know what Hummels are, they're like porcelain figures that I believe they're made in Germany or something like that. And that's what this emblem is right here. That's the Hummel with the B. So the V and then the B, that's their logo. And I used to buy, Hummels for her and stuff like that. So I brought her some that day, and I just knew something wasn't right. And then within like a week and a half or so later, she was in hospice, and it just happened so quick, And I wish I, had more videos with her, to, hear her voice and stuff like that. But yeah, no, she means a lot to me. But again, I mean, I get it. It's life. People are gonna, die and all that. But at the end of the day, though, sometimes hearing that voice can be more comforting than just photos. Like my wife, her dad passed away well before I even got a chance to meet him. She has a voicemail with him talking to her, leaving her like a voicemail message, and she has that on her phone. So I don't know. It just like I said, I think videos are more intimate and more sentimental to me. That's why, like, if I'm talking to you guys like this, I can reminisce 10 years from now, go back to this video and just see all the everybody here. You know what I mean? But no, yeah, that's why I look at videos a little differently though. How does the cam? Wait, what? How does the cam? How does the VA take care of your wife? Is she a veteran also? So yes, she is a veteran. She's also a veteran too, so she gets her own benefits. But since we're married, so like let's say if she wasn't in the military and I was and I was the only one in, she still gets my benefits because we were married while we were in the military. So so yeah, she would get the benefits. The same thing. She would get the benefits. Hello? You need help? Can you give me like 2 minutes? Can you give me 2 minutes? Okay, give me 2 minutes. Bye. My grandmother was German and well and collected Hummel figurines in plastic. I have most of them still put up, and yes, I agree. Video would have been a wonderful. Yeah, and Hummels are really cool. I like them. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, you guys. I'm getting a little emotional. And my wife needs some help with the groceries. But yeah, thank you guys so much for like hanging out with me today for however long we've been streaming. How long have we been streaming for? Almost an hour and a half. So yeah, I think that was a pretty good stream. I'm gonna get done editing this video. Go help my wife with the groceries. Edit this video for tonight. So hopefully we get to see you guys tonight as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. Almost at 3,200 subscribers, guys. That's insane. Absolutely insane, man. Honestly, I didn't foresee this happening, but hey, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for talking to me. And any way I can motivate you guys, just feel free to let me know. Comment on the videos or hit me up on Instagram. All my socials are in the description. Subscribe, all that good stuff. If not, just enjoy your time here. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your sausage until the wife from us. I got you. I'll go yourselves, Side Hustle Sam, Angelo, everybody else that's in here. Much love, you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Much love, you guys.